On today's show,
Week 1 surprises, including LeBron and his struggling Cavaliers.
we pick our most watchable teams of the early season.
And Gumby, yes, Gumby challenges Allen Iverson to a game of horse.
It's Wednesday, November 5th. The starter starts now.
Good evening, sweet world, and welcome to the starters. Whether you're joining us live online, listening to the podcast, or catching us on NBA TV, we're very, very happy to have you. I'm J.E. Skeets, and alongside me, as always, it's Tass Millis.
You really brought it with that opening.
Thank you. To my right, it's starters blog editor Trey Kirby.
Hey!
Yo! And finally, it's the Aussie. It's Lee Ellis. Lele. All right, we're officially a week into the NBA season, so I have a few overarching questions to sort of recap the last little bit. And as is the case with these questions, as is the case with all of our questions on the show, we want to hear from you on Twitter with your answers, hashtag the starters. Guys, first one, what storyline stands out to you after just 1 week? You can go anywhere with this one.
The championship contenders, the Oklahoma City Thunder, are now on the verge, the possibility of missing the playoffs. That has to be the biggest storyline the first part of the season here. And it's hard to get a feel when their big guys will be back healthy. KD with the foot problem, Russ obviously with the hand problem. They are just so thin, it's getting ridiculous. They had 8 players to start the game against the Toronto Raptors. When Perry Jones went down with an injury, had to leave the game, they were down with 7. It's getting so bad, looks like he's injuring other guys. Other guys are grabbing their legs as Perry Jones hits them. Down to 7, they went down to 6. They are decimated by injuries. Obviously, they've had a bit of a tough run and a tough schedule to start the season because they've had 2 back-to-backs to start the year. They're one of 3 teams to play 5 games. But I'm not so worried about this team because I think they've been playing extremely hard in these games. Went down to the wire in both the Blazers and the Clippers games despite the score there. They beat the Nuggets. Then they got blown out by the Nets. They did. But with the Raptors, they had a close one right down to the wire. They have their first 2-day break of the season these next couple days. They get a little breather. And then you see the schedule. I feel like their next 10 or 11 games, they're going to get a few W's because of how hard they're playing.
4 road back-to-backs in their first 13 games. That is tough, though, no matter how hard you play. Especially if you're playing hard, you get tired fast.
They should be allowed to let Coach Scotty Brooks play for them, right?
I wouldn't do that,
to
though.
rip off the suit.
Remember what happened when Nate McMillan stepped in with the injuries in the Blazers 2009-10 season? Blew out his Achilles.
You're right about that.
But he's safe out there, Scotty Brooks.
But early in the season, for every game to impact their entire season so much.
Yeah.
I mean, the deeper hole they get into, obviously, in the Western Conference, the less likely they are to make the playoffs. And this team legitimately is a championship contender if they make the postseason, whether they're in the 1 seed or the 8 seed.
You're right. All right, what about you, Lee? Which storyline from the first week or so jumps out at you?
Well, we already have 4 teams without a victory. Now, we know that the 76ers are going to struggle. They've got a bad team, so that's no real surprise. The Orlando Magic are another team without a win, but those 2 teams actually play each other tonight. So one of them is going to break the duck. I think it's going to be Orlando.
They're going to break that duck.
They're going to break that duck. The Pistons, I mean, they're just a disaster on offense. They just literally cannot score, and they're really struggling. There's already a bit of tension there between Coach Stan Van Gundy and Brandon Jennings. And, of course, the LA Lakers have been everyone's favourite punchline so far, 0-5. And it doesn't really look like it's going to get much better for the Lakers anytime soon. They've got 7 of their next 8 games against playoff teams from last seasons. Now, this is the worst start to a season in NBA history. The 2009-2010 New Jersey Nets went 0-18. I don't think the Lakers are going to break that record.
No, come on. Yeah.
Hopefully he's going to win a game or 2 on his own.
You know, that's the thing. Like, look at the way Kobe's playing right now. He's doing a lot, and they're not. I mean, they were competitive against the Phoenix Suns last
They've
night.
been competitive.
Yeah, but there's just not enough talent on that team.
All right, what about you, Trey?
I think it's a big story that the Bulls actually have a bench that can score this year. The past few seasons, they've kind of just played good defense and kind of hope to manufacture points wherever they can. For the first time in forever, they have shooting, they have options, they're too deep at kind of every position. They have guys that need to play more even. Nikola Mirotic, I'd say, needs some more minutes. You want to see Aaron Brooks out there in the 4th quarter. The good thing is they can actually rest guys that are hurt for once.
Yeah.
Rose and Noah have been out. They're hopefully going to be able to get some minutes down this year instead of the crazy Tibbs sort of system. Maybe for once the Bulls won't run out of steam once it comes to playoff time.
That's right, because Tibbs is known to run his guys into the ground 35, 40 minutes a game with a lot of those guys. Right?
Yeah, and you see how much better the bench has been this year already. Top 5 in scoring after being in the bottom 5 in the league for the past 2 seasons.
I like that one. I was going to go as my storyline with, the Rockets being undefeated, a big win against the Heat, but we've talked about them already on the show. So I'm going to go as a bit of a surprise here with the quiet rookie class. We had high hopes for this rookie class coming in the season, And, well, on the first night, or his debut at least, Julius Randle going down for the season. So that was a bit of a bummer. But the guys, you know, your number 1 picks in Wiggins, number 2 pick in Parker, Nerlens Noel in this class, of course, going the year before. A lot of them are struggling. And you're coming into the NBA game. It's a different speed. You're playing against bigger guys that are more athletic than you or just as athletic. So it's going to take a while. But again, you see these numbers, and we only have 1 rookie right now scoring over 10 points per game, and that's just in Jabari Parker.
And he's not shooting well to do it.
Yeah, a lot of these guys.
Check the assist numbers
Struggling.
on Alfred Payton, though,
Payton's
7.5.
That's nice. Yeah, there are some bright spots. I mean, we don't have Nerlens' defensive numbers up there, too. He's putting up tons of blocks and steals. But again, I'm just a little surprised. It's still early. They're going to find their way, just how much they're struggling. As simple as that. But let's hear from you guys. Let's move on. Next question. Which team has been the most disappointing? I'm sure someone's going to say the Lakers in this one, too. But who do you have, Ted?
It's the Detroit Pistons. They are
that's a good one.
0-3. Sweet mother of the Detroit Mercy. It's hard to watch this team. You play in the East. You cannot be getting blown out. You have such a great opportunity to win games. This just doesn't make sense to me. They're not scoring, fine. But the defense has to be better. I watched the Brooklyn Nets play them on Saturday. Kevin Garnett had a field day because Josh Smith just wasn't getting out to him. It's just astonishing at the beginning of the year to not be playing defense hard. It doesn't make sense to me in the Eastern Conference when you play 500 ball, you're obviously in. I don't see why the effort isn't there to start the season.
What about you, Lee? Which team has disappointed you so far?
Disappointment's a hard word for this one, but the Charlotte Hornets aren't quite doing what I thought they were doing and hoped they were doing. I picked them as one of my League Pass teams to watch because they're exciting.
I agree with you on this.
Yeah,
pick, by the way.
they've only had 1 win and 3 losses, and their win came when they were down by 24 points and it took overtime on opening night.
Yeah.
They've been competitive, but they're just not quite meshing yet. Lance Stevenson, who was their big off-season acquisition, hasn't really found his place yet. And I think once he feels comfortable, I think the Hornets are going to start going back to what we saw last season. Because defensively, they're not too bad.
They're
It's
still
just-
sort of there, you're right.
Yeah, it's just offense. They just look a little bit disjointed at the moment.
Who's disappointed you team-wise?
Kind of an easy choice, but the Cavaliers, I think, have been a huge disappointment so far. It's all a work in progress, but they've looked pretty bad. Kevin Love, I think, has been okay. It's kind of been everybody else. Kyrie Irving seems to be really struggling playing in a team offense. He just wants to dribble all the time.
Uncle drew it up.
Yeah, exactly. And LeBron, I think, just needs to take over and let people know that, yeah, this is a sharing offense, but I'm the guy that starts everything. Because as soon as he takes over, it'll be like with the Heat. He was kind of playing it cool, let him and Dwayne Wade be 1A, 1B. Then when he took over, the Heat took off. That's what needs to happen. LeBron needs to put his foot down and say, this is how you do it. This is how you win a title.
He's doing the exact opposite, though.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
saw the Blazers picked up a great win against
Exactly
the Cavs
right.
there in their building, but LeBron shooting, something like 4 times in the second
Trying
half?
to send a message,
Sending a bit of a
supposedly.
message like, hey, we got to start playing team ball here, and I'm not going to carry us.
Yep.
And it's going to take a while to get there. But it's tough to overreact because the same thing happened with the Heat, right? When they all came together,
Exactly.
they started 9-8, and we were calling for Spoelstra's head, and they're bumping into each other. And yeah, so there's
That's
sort
what
of
we do here.
going
We're
over again.
overreacting
Yeah.
1 week in.
You're right. All right. Well, I agree with you with the Hornets pick there as a disappointing team. Final one here. Final question. Which player has impressed you the most?
Rudy Gay of the Sacramento Kings. It's interesting this year, the way he's playing efficiently, but his story arc of his career is pretty interesting to me. It feels a little Vince Carter-ish. You know, the first 4 years with Memphis, he came into the league, he was fine, a good player. Arguably his best year in his 5th year, shooting 40% from three-point land. He got injured. Then Memphis beat the Spurs in round 1. Then people started asking questions. Well, maybe they don't need Rudy Gay. Following season, he dropped off a bit, and that's when Memphis traded him, and he became an inefficient player, bounced around a couple teams. But then when he landed in Sacramento, his numbers improved greatly in the 2013-2014 season. You see on the left the inefficient numbers with the Raptors last season. Then he got to Sacramento, the numbers jumped up. Not just the points, but the field goal percentage, the free throws a little bit, everything, just the efficiency. So I wanted to see how he would do coming into this season. Been just
Looked
as
good.
good or better. I wonder if he's sort of developed just the mentality to be that supporting player when he was supposed to be that number 1 guy, the Vince Carter sort of feel, and now can fall back into that second role. And I wonder if the rest of his career goes like that because he's a young guy who can add a lot. It feels like he's been around forever, but he's a young guy who can add a lot for a long period of time.
1-2 punch right now, him and DeMarcus is pretty dangerous. So what about you, Lee? Who has impressed you?
Klay Thompson. He's probably
That's an easy one.
Probably been the most talked about player in the league right now.
Absolutely.
And he's come out and signed the big contract. He's leading the league in scoring, shooting 29.7 per game, 53% shooting. His true shooting percentage, which takes into account 2s, 3s, and free throws, is 69%. Now, some people I don't know who, I'm not naming any names, have criticised him for not doing other things on the basketball court.
You're talking about me.
His primary job
You are
is to shoot
talking
the ball.
about me.
His
Yes.
primary job is to shoot the ball, and look at his shot distribution this year. I mean, there's so much green on there, especially in the paint there. Look at that, 17 of his field
That's
goal
it.
attempts.
He's
coming in.
driving
He's
this
getting
year.
there. He's getting to the free throw line. We've mentioned that already 8 times on average per game. I think this is what you want out of Klay Thompson. He's out there
yeah.
to shoot the ball, and that's what he's doing very, very
And he's
well.
in the conversation about the best 2 guards in the league. I know you're
the
impressed with James
conversation.
Harden. You're impressed with James Harden.
Exactly.
Isaiah Thomas with the Suns, I think, has been
Had a
phenomenal.
great first week.
going
Really
there.
great first week.
So let us know what you guys think. We got to take a break right now. Lots more still to come, including which teams have improved the most as far as watchability goes. Back in 2, you're watching the Starters.
Oh look, there's mail. We got mail. Woohoo!
We've got mail because you guys are awesome at sending it in. Keep them coming. The starters at NBA.com, best way to do so. All right, first one, guys. What team this season is the most improved as far as watchability goes? I've got the Jazz. It was agonizing to watch them last year, but the new coach, offense, and players are very exciting. That's from Dave in Seattle. Watchability.
It's the New Orleans Pelicans. I know we've been talking about Anthony Davis for a while, but this guy is mesmerizing, what he can do out there. I'm reluctant to say that no one has been like him. There's no sort of duplication of him in NBA history, but I don't think there's been anyone like him in NBA history. The shot he takes seriously.
I know.
Just him, and then the rest of the New Orleans Pelicans, they're fine.
I agree with Dave from Seattle, actually. It's the Utah Jazz. No disrespect to Ty Corbin, but their offense last year was pretty ordinary to watch. This year, they've got some new players in there, and I think in a couple of years' time, we're going to be talking about the Jazz as a contender out west.
All right.
Wow.
What about you, Trey?
Well, last year's Lakers were unwatchable, but if you were a fan of the JaVale McGee, Andre Blatch, Nick Young Wizards, this is the team for you because there's something funny guaranteed to happen every single night. They're just a meme waiting to happen. And then on the other hand, you get to see Kobe do some incredible Kobe stuff. We've seen some vintage moves. He's thrown down reverses, that sort of thing. I wouldn't be surprised to see him break the single game record for shots in a game with 50. It's like a Fast and Furious movie. It's not actually good, but it's fun to watch. And nobody can doubt this pick because Magic Johnson himself agrees with me, tweeting today, I know the Lakers are 0-5, but they're playing exciting basketball and Kobe's worth the price of admission.
Yeah, Magic
You're exactly
was,
right, Magic.
Magic was tweeting a lot today. Had a lot of MVP candidates. I think
A lot
he
of
named-
hot takes.
He named 20 people in the MVP race.
He's going to win it.
I don't mind that. I'm going to go with the Bulls. I'm picking your team here, Trey, because the Bulls are actually exciting to watch now because they can score the basketball.
It's pretty cool seeing a ball go in the hoop.
Yeah, I mean, the defense is still going to be there, but they're right now the 6th most efficient offense in the league. They hit three-pointers. They've got shooters out there, and you know, McDermott and Butler's played well with Rose and them out. Pick and roll with Pau Gasol. So I'll go the Bulls. So fun question. Let's hear what everyone thinks on Twitter. Hashtag the starters. Which team has improved the most in terms of watchability? Next one. After a great first week of NBA ball, in your opinions, what teams will make a trade before the deadline? What players do you see getting moved? That's from Callum in Scotland. What do you think, Lee? This is a tough question.
It is. It is so early into the season. We have seen a big trade early in the season when Allen Iverson went to the Denver Nuggets. The other way around. He came to the Pistons from the Nuggets a few years ago. But I think it might be Brandon Jennings and the Detroit Pistons. I mean, he's already feuded with Stan Van Gundy. 3 games in, he's feuded with him twice. Apparently, they're now best buddies again. But I think the thing with Brandon Jennings is he's a good player, but he just takes bad shots and shoots them at a low percentage. And I like the way that he's got that me against the world mentality, but I just don't think it really works in a team environment, and I don't think it's the sort of point guard Stan Van Gundy wants on his team either.
I mean, Stan Van signed up knowing Brandon Jennings was his point guard, and then he went and traded Will Bynum, another point guard on his roster. So he's not about to trade Brandon Jennings. He's not going to go forward.
He needs him.
He needs him desperately. He's not going to go forward with DJ Augustine and Spencer Dinwiddie as his point guards. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, well,
and the third game, he did play 19 and 15 the first 2 games, 19, 15 minutes. Brandon Jennings asked, I've never not played in a fourth quarter. That was odd. But then he played him 36 minutes in this last game when he went 18 and 9. I don't think SVG is going to give up on him and start DJ Augustine, and again, backed up with Spencer Dinwiddie if he gave up on Will Bynum.
I think he would struggle anyway to trade him at the moment, even though he's got a pretty good contract, only 2 years, about $15 or $16 million left. But I just don't see too many teams looking at Brandon Jennings and saying, we want him to run our offense.
Final question.
Stan Van's going to let him run his offense.
Final question, guys. By now, you've likely seen Dirk Nowitzki, Monte Ellis, and Chandler Parsons try their hand at the rap game Which NBA trio do you guys think would give them a run for their money? That's from Marcus. In case you don't know what Marcus is talking about, we have the Run DMC clip right here. It's amazing.
I got too much Monte.
Monte Ellis, ask the fellas. Who talk trash because they jealous? Laid back from the south, trying to act up, I'll make you shut your mouth.
Me and Monte Ellis pick and pop. With Chandler too, you know we can't be stopped. 16 in the league, the foundation laid.
Redefine the game with a one-legged fade.
It's unbelievable. Laid back from the south. That's my favorite line. I don't know why.
Lee Ellis, fellas get jealous.
Yeah, the answer to your question there, Marcus, is no one's gonna beat that. I mean,
The Dallas
not
Mavericks
with
video
flows
crew
like
did.
that.
no, and then you got the Mavericks video department too, putting that together.
They're genius.
Come on, it's lights out. All right, thanks for the questions, guys. We gotta take a break, but when we return, we're gonna beg a few of our higher fantasy draft picks to step up their game in a new segment called "You're Killing Me." Come on back, we're watching the starters. Welcome back to the starters. A lot of you have been tweeting and emailing in, asking about the new starter set and the memorabilia that we have up on it. So we're going to start explaining a few of the things in a new segment called Behind the Starters, literally. And our first NBA item is going to go with the Allen Iverson Gumby doll, which was originally offered to 5,000 fans on April 3rd, 2004. Now, leading up to the game, an animated short of Gumby playing horse with Allen Iverson aired weeks before the promotion, and we have a clip.
Hey, Iverson, how about a game of horse?
You talking to me, little man?
I don't want to have to school you.
Gumby
Oh.
is very cocky, by the way, in this clip.
Didn't want to have to school him.
Calling-
Had to lay the smackdown.
Calling out Allen Iverson, one of the best scorers of all time, and he's just like he's going to step behind the line,
Toe on the line or green thing on the line.
green thing on the line, and then cheating, of course. Iverson's impressed there, so
Should have
yes.
played pokey.
Be taking you through a couple of the weird objects behind us here and the starters behind. But let's unleash the unicorn. It's time for the Starters Fantasy Minute. A little different today. New segment called You're Killing Me, where we beg and plead to some guys on our fantasy teams they're killing us.
Josh Smith, you are killing me. When my computer told me to pick you in the 7th round, I reached and I grabbed you in the 5th round. Now, you're not a bad player. You're a good player with bad habits. But your habits are bits of you. That's where I thought Stan Van Gundy would come in, but you obviously need a third voice in me. You need me. But I got you, Josh. Let's do this together.
It's all right, bud. What about you, Trey?
LeBron James, you're killing me. An 8 turnover game and a game where you didn't score in the entire second half. Not cool, man. You're shooting 40% on the season, a career low. I lost to Kristen Ledlow because of you, and that is not the inside stuff. A wise man once told me you can't win a title with the first fantasy pick, and I'm starting to think it's true. LeBron James, you are killing me.
Oh, you're killing Trey. Lee, who's killing you, man?
Trey Burke, you're killing me. Trey, Alfonso, bro, come on, what's going on with this shot? When I
name
had to pick my
Alfonso?
most improved player this year, it was either you or Giannis. I went with Giannis because I thought you were a little too obvious. Now it's okay, be patient, because you're not on the trading block. I traded away Damian Lillard because I had you as my insurance policy. So let's see if we can get a few of those shots falling. I like the aggressiveness. Let's just see if we can get the ball to drop. Move that rock. Trey Burke, you're killing me.
Giannis
Finally.
wasn't obvious.
Finally, Lance Stevenson, you're killing me. You're killing my team. The chemistry in my fantasy locker room. I like the rebounds, I like the assists, but I drafted you in the 6th round because I thought you'd give me a good shooting percentage. You're shooting 27%. Is it the teal? Do you not like teal? Also, if you could stop turning the ball over, that'd be cool too. Lance Stevenson, you're killing me.
All right, that was the Fantasy Minute. Switch it up on you. And before we go to break, we've got a treat for you. Here are the Heat broadcasters trying to pronounce the name of Greek Rockets rookie Kostas Papanikolaou.
And Kevin McHale quickly going to go to his 6-man, Kostas Papanikolaou. Number 2 rookie in assists is Kostas Papanikolaou. Papanikolaou into Howard.
We just talked about the passing of Papanikolaou.
Papanikolaou is a very impressive rookie, a seasoned player overseas. Papanikolaou triples. Wade Smith down to Papanikolaou.
Papa Nicolau has 3 assists and 3 points. I get the name right.
Papa Nicolau, short on the 3. Good job defensively by the rookie Kostas Papanikoulou. By the way, fans on Twitter a little bit amused at the variety in our pronunciation with the rookie, but this is what it is: Kostas Papanikoulou.
Papa Nicolau.
Papa
Nicolau. He doesn't care as long as he's out there.
Papa Nicolau missing the tip.
Papa Nicolau. We're not going to get made fun of anymore on Twitter for that.
They have been impressive. Papa Nicolau throws his hands to the heavens. He's a heaven-sent rookie out of Greece.
I do not blame Eric Reed and Tony Fiorentino. Our names are long and strong.
Those Greek
they
names.
are quite difficult to pronounce. There's S's everywhere. There's O's.
Thank God your last name
They're
is
tough.
Ellis.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Melas, but
well, who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares? You're just happy to be here. All right, we got to take one more break. But when we return,
yours, Skeets.
a win over the Cavs wasn't the only thing the Blazers picked up last night. Lee's very solid play of the night when we return. Back with the starters, our pick and payoff results from last night. Nothing changes in the overall standings. I'm 7-3, Tass is 6-4. I'm a game up still. You were right about the Blazers. I was right about the Wizards, and we were both wrong about the Heat. Tonight's picks, here's a look. We disagree on one game and one game only. I'm going with the Raps, and Tass continues to pick against Toronto. He'll take the Celtics at home. We agree on the Heat, the Pistons, the Suns, and the Warriors. We should point out there that Knicks-Pistons game, no J.R. Smith. Suspended 1 game for popping Glenn Rice Jr. in the Hibberts. So he'll be sitting that one out.
And the Raptors know Amir Johnson. This is beyond the statistics. Amir is their heart and soul.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, Lee, I heard we have our first sign of the young season.
We do, and it comes from serial sign sender Inera, self-defeating down in Miami there. Michael sends in like a Bosch. Now, that's not a bad sign, Michael, not his best one, and we want to get signs to be sent in. So if you go to a game, take a photo of your sign, make sure it has the starters on there, and you might be on TV like self-defeating here.
That one doesn't have the starters on it.
No, I know. It's just to say that that's not what we want. Okay.
All right, let's get to the very solid play of the night.
Going back to Portland, I love this play from LaMarcus Aldridge here because we know LaMarcus Aldridge's sweet spot is just that elbow there, that elbow jump shot from the top of the key. Here it is, but he gives it up to Wesley Matthews, and that's his sweet spot for a three-pointer. Beautiful play here. Look at that. Tick, tack, and 2.
3, better than 2.
3's better than 2, and that's what I call a very solid play.
If only you had 3 thumbs. Guys, we'll be back tomorrow. Lots of games on tonight. Subscribe to the show on iTunes.
Thanks for joining us, folks. And remember, the idea for an alarm was born when Al reached his arm for a device that wasn't supposed to be waking him up.
Embrace the night, people.